Hello everyone, welcome to the 20-minute hop. I'm Sean. I'd like to welcome you aboard this flight today from Manitowoc, Wisconsin up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, flying to Nicolet Airfield, 88 Whiskey, India. It's a very special airport to me. It's the airport that my grandfather was associated with for many years of his life. He had a private hangar out there, and actually a couple hangars and a workshop, and now the airfield. He passed away a few years ago, but now his memory is immortalized out there because they have a community workshop named in his honor. So very special. Have not flown into Nicolet or out of Nicolet in many, many years. However, gonna fly the Coronado A36 Bonanza up to Nicolet. Let's get her going. Here are our scratch pad notes for today's flight. Manitowoc to Green Bay, 24 miles, 9.5 minutes, cruising at 3,000. Field elevation for Nicolet is 992. Traffic pattern is 1092. Left traffic for runway 3 and right traffic for runway 21. Checking the notes on AOPA Go, it is saying left traffic for runway 3 and 21. All right, before starting checklist.
Seats. Position and lock.
Position locked.
Seat backs. Upright.
Seats are upright.
Seat belts and harnesses. Secure.
They are secure.
Parking brake. Set.
Parking, I am holding the brakes.
All avionics. Off. Circuit breakers. In.
Circuit breakers are
Landing
in.
gear
Switches
handle,
are off.
down.
Landing gear handle is down.
Flaps. Up.
Flaps are up.
Cowl flaps. Open.
They are open.
Light switches. Off.
Lights are off.
Electric elevator trim switch. Off.
Trim switch is off.
Fuel selector valve. Check operation. Then fullest tank.
Fuel's on both.
Battery and alternator switches. On. Fuel quantity indicators. Check quantity.
Indicators
Checklist
are
complete.
showing half tanks, and I verified 40 gallons on board. I don't know why I even bother. I don't know why this checklist is always out of whack. Alright. Mixture's full rich. Prop is high. Propeller full. Or propeller at full. Auxiliary fuel pump. We got our fuel flow. Fuel pump's off. Throttle back to idle. And then a 1/4 inch. Alright. Magneto start. We get our beacon on. Clear prop. Engine start is 124. Check our throttle. Throttle power is set. Oil pressure's in the green. No external power. Alternator switch is on. All engine indicators check. Starter energizer light. All lights are extinguished. And we did not have a overprime condition. Starting engine checklist complete. Do our brake check. Alright. Brakes are good on the left. Avionics equipment is on. And before we get our taxi light, I'm going to check weather. So I'm actually using the dial-in for Manitowoc automated weather because it doesn't exist in Flight Simulator.
Sky condition 2.24 Celsius. Altimeter 298.5. Remarks: density altitude 2,300. Manitowoc County Airport. Automated weather observation 1826 Zulu. Wind 160 at 09er. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 27 Celsius. 2.24 Celsius. Altimeter 298.5.
Alright, fuel elevation Manitowoc is 651. Yep, that jives. Winds 160. So we'll taxi out to runway 17. And it'll be a left traffic, left downwind departure. Alright, we got our autopilot set. Alright, that jives. And taxi lights. And nav lights. Taxi time 129. Good on the right and good on the left. Lean our mixture for taxi operations. Mando lock traffic, Bonanza 9092 Tango, taxi from the ramp to runway 17 for departure, Manitowoc. When you are doing something and you feel proficient at it, or you've been doing it for a while, do you get the feeling that you are on fire? Like you are so excited, you are ready to go chew this up and tackle it, get this flight done? That's how I'm feeling right now. Runway 725.
Approaching runway 07.
Clear on the right. Manitowoc traffic, Bonanza 92 Tango, cross runway 725, Manitowoc.
Entered runway 07. 3,200 feet remaining.
Before takeoff checklist items going here. seatbelt and harness are secure. Spin around, and our run completed. Alright, I'm holding the brakes. Radios. Up to 2.8, okay. And then we want to get Green Bay ATIS in our stack. 124.1. And I'd also be good to get Green Bay approach on there too. And that's right, you can't do both in this aircraft. That's one thing, Coronado, that you really should have incorporated into the aircraft. Alright, so as soon as we clear the traffic pattern, we'll get Green Bay approach in there, listen to the Green Bay ATIS, so we have a general idea of what winds are doing. Since we're so close to Green Bay, and we're right off of the body of water Green Bay, chances are winds will be 160 again. So we can expect probably runway 21 into Nicolay. Alright, we got radios set. Radios, engine instruments are in the green. Flight instruments are set. I spoke too soon. Let's get our heading bug set. 336. So we'll actually set it for our downwind. 336 set once we are departing the pattern. Lights are extinguished. Throttle 1700. Cycle the prop. There's one. There's two. There's three. Mag check. Left. Slight drop. Back to both. On the right. And back to both. Setting that elevator trim to 6 up. And rudder trim is set. Flaps are up. Doors and windows secure. Flight controls. Forward and back on the left. And come to me. Forward and back on the right. Throttle idle. Mixture's full rich. Still holding the brakes. And one last thing. Let's get our altitude and start. And lastly, taxi light. Alright, before takeoff checklist complete. Takeoff checklist power will be 2700, release brakes, landing gear retract after positive climb, airspeed will be 109. Manitowoc traffic, Bonanza 9092 Tango taking runway 17 for departure. Will be left turnout, left downwind departure to the north. Manitowoc.
Approaching runway 17.
Right here, get our lights on. Landing light. Strobe light. Good to go. Takeoff time is 13:43. Alright, here we go. Airspeed's alive. Engine instruments in the green. Looking for 64. Rotate. Manitowoc traffic, Bonanza 92 Tango, left crosswind, runway 17, Manitowoc. Manitowoc traffic, Bonanza 92 Tango, left downwind, runway 17 Manitowoc, and we're departing to the north. Manitowoc. Cruise power. Six. Checklist. Power sets, engine temperatures are good, and mixture lean for fuel flow. Alright, let's get Green Bay ATIS. Not hearing it. Radar showing we should be in some rain right now. Yep, count 2.
International Airport. Automated weather observation. 1852 Zulu. Wind 280 at 11. Visibility 10. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 29 Celsius. Dew point 22 Celsius. Altimeter 2982. Remarks lightning distant southeast and south. Density altitude 2,700. Green Bay Tower and approach control hours of operation are 0600, time 22200, time. Runway lights are preset on step 3. Airport and approach landing are pilot control 18.7. For route control service and additional information, contact Minneapolis Center on 125.55. Austin Strobel International Airport. Automated weather observation. 1853 Zulu. Wind 280 at 10. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 29 Celsius.
All right. So looking forward to Flight Simulator 2020, although the videos I've seen of the ATC in Flight Sim 2020 leave something to be desired. But I don't think in the preview that they're giving the full depth, especially when a lot of people criticize the ATC in Flight Sim X. But from a real pilot standpoint, I feel that the ATC in Flight Simulator X is pretty good. But what I've seen in the Flight Sim 2020 demos, I mean, we are talking equivalent, somewhat as clunky as X-Plane 11.3. I hope that Microsoft is taking note and that what they've shown in the preview is not exactly the full scale of what we will be having next week. Alright, descent checklist. We are getting close to Nicolay here. We're just about 5 miles out. So I'm going to give us a waypoint. However, we do have the Green Bay class Bravo. So we don't want to enter their veil. But we will get down to our approach altitude, traffic pattern, 1790. Let's bring the power back. Checklist complete. Descent checklist.
Altimeter set.
Set.
Cowl flaps closed.
They are closed.
Power as required. Mixture enrich as required. ADIS check.
Check.
Stack check. Set.
We got the frequency.
Approach brief. Complete. Markers audible. Nav identified. Course set. Approach entry set. Altitude briefed.
1790.
Time or DME briefed. Missed approach briefed. Checklist complete.
Into the traffic pattern and go around. Alright, so Nicolay is out in the middle of a field here. And it can be very difficult to spot it from the air. There is a set of railroad tracks, which we are over right now. Okay, there's the airfield. Full. Nicolay traffic, Bonanza 9092 Tango, 3 miles to the south, 1900 will enter left traffic for runway 21 Nicolay, full stop. That's not as pretty as I had hoped. what would have been better is to descend that 500 feet above the traffic pattern, find the airfield, and then circle back around. Got a little bit excited here. On our left downwind. Nicolay traffic, Bonanza 9 to Tango, 1 mile to the south, entering left traffic for runway 21 Nicolay. Tango is left crosswind, runway 21 Nicolay.
Seat belts and harnesses fastened. Seat backs upright. Fuel selector valve fullest tank. Cowl flaps as required. Mixture full rich or as required.
Mixture's full rich.
Landing gear down and check. Landing and taxi lights as required. Flaps full down. Airspeed establish normal approach speed. Propeller high RPM. Less than 1000 FPM. Call stable. Checklist complete.
Traffic, Bonanza 9 to Tango, left downwind, runway 21, Nicolay. Soft field landing, so we will aim prior to the threshold. Touchdown just at the beginning of the runway at slight bit of power. Keep back pressure off. Base. Nicolay traffic, Bonanza 92 Tango, left base, runway 21, full stop Nicolay. Of course, AutoGen's gonna put some trees right on my creating a nice 50-foot obstacle for me. Well, that was a hard landing, and I have something I need to do that I've been putting off. My yoke is mounted. I'll have to do a cockpit tour for all of you. My yoke is mounted to a metal desk frame, and it's got a long enough arm that you would think when I pull back on the yoke that it wouldn't pitch back on me, but there is nothing bracing it, and the arm is not quite long enough when I need the full give of my yoke. And so I was not able to adequately flare there as I wanted to as I was coming in for that soft field approach, or that soft field landing. So we got a couple beauties over here. Get clear of the grass and then get our flaps up. Cowl flaps open. Minutes. Strobe light. Got taxi light back on. Make sure too much power there. Get our after landing checklist.
Landing and taxi lights, as required.
They're off.
Flaps, upright.
They're up.
Trim tab, set to 3 masculine ordinal. Cowl flaps, open.
Cowl flaps are open.
Checklist complete.
Checklist complete. That last bit of trim set. Yep. Okay. Taxi lights on. See, there's a few aircraft parked here. I'm going to actually do something real quick here. Bring up the map of Nicolay. Flight Simulator does not do it justice, and even the positioning of the runways do not do it justice. So I want to show you the aerial map here so you can get an idea of what Nicolay is all about. So this is my grandpa's workshop, and these were my two. This was my grandpa's hangar, and this was my grandpa's hangar here. And just a wonderful airport community. Obviously, you can see that I am in a cornfield right now. The annoying thing about the way that Flight Sim modeled this, and you can tell that AutoGen is not accurate. There were all these trees as we were coming in, and there are no trees at the end of the runway here. This is all cornfield. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. I have faith in Flight Sim 2020 that this AutoGen garbage is not going to be prevalent. And it's just a shame. It's just a shame. It looks cool from the air. Yeah, I mean, it does serve its purpose. It is very nice. It is very nice. But when you are in the airport environment, there should not be these goofy trees. Same thing at Wings in a Halo too. Same thing. All right, but we'll Oh, hey, here's the rain. Make sure we're not going to turn into the 170 here. Around. External. Just make sure we don't clip it. Alright, we'll get the checklist complete here and then chat with you for a couple minutes before we say see you on the next one. Shutdown checklist.
Brakes.
Holding the
Set.
brakes.
Electrical and radio equipment. Off. Throttle. Closed. Mixture. Idle cut off. Magnetic start switch. Off. Battery and alternator switches. Off. Control lock.
Idle
Install.
and mixture.
Wheel chocks. Install. Parking brake. Release.
Prop shutdown. Shutdown time is 14:09. So we'll see how it works. I wanted to incorporate a little bit of cinematic effects for this flight, something I want to use to take 20-minute hop to the next level. Been watching a lot of other YouTubers out there, Citation Max for one, and he does a great job. Really, he does a full flight. I watched him take off from White Plains, New York to Bermuda, basically doing the whole flight. At the en route portions, he sped it up. Now that's kind of the premise behind 20-minute hop, is we don't have to really speed up everything because the duration of our en route portions are so short. Really am trying to keep it entertaining for all of you out there with dialogue and talking about things that I'm doing and going on, or just making the radio calls. Obviously, if you're flying a Citation jet from New York to Bermuda, you're going to have a longer duration. I think it was an hour-and-a-half flight for them. So he sped it up and everything, but something that he did in that part as well was did these really nice pan arounds outside the cabin and just some really nice views that are pretty and entertaining for good value, good entertainment, good production value kind of stuff. And I want to start doing that with 20-minute hop as well. These clips and everything that I've done of the takeoff and the landings and things, I was just using instant replay, still recording, and then in post-edit I've cut everything together for you. So I hope you enjoy it. Put something down in the comments, let me know what you think. We are all shut down. It's raining now, so thank you, Active Sky Weather. Go back and look out the cabin here. So you can see there is a American champion decathlon there. Sticky Mouse is great when you're ready for the Sticky Mouse. And then we've got an LBO Cessna 170 there. And then off in the distance, a couple Piper Cubs, the Air Creation Trike, and a Cessna 172 and a Beech 18. That's the Coronado Beech 18 out there. When you look at the aerial view of Nicolet, we will see you on the next one when we fly from Nicolet up to Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. The countdown is underway, and we are now just a week away from the release of Flight Simulator 2020. So extremely exciting. If you haven't seen any of the creators out there that are doing preview videos, I highly recommend that you do. I will actually put some in the show notes for you to check out. Obsidian Art has been really good. Flight Simmer has been really awesome, doing a lot of those two right now are really my favorite. It's very interesting. Some of the YouTube creators that are out there that are creating these preview videos and stuff, sometimes I wonder how they signed up for this and how they are how they're legitimately putting this stuff out there. I watched one video of a creator that flew from St. Martin up to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and he was getting lost in the air traffic control comm. He was thinking that ATC was screwing up his call sign, not clicking with him that he had automated, he had AI traffic going, and that they were giving clearance to other aircraft as well flying around. He filed an IFR flight plan and was all confused about why the routing had these teardrops and the SID and the stars built in. Um, so hey, but they're out there creating, good on them. Thank you for doing what you're doing, fellow creators out there. And once 2020 drops and it's the full product, that is the goal of 20-minute hop, that we will transition into Flight Sim 2020, and we will carry on the rest of our adventure to Alaska in Flight Sim 2020. For the 20-minute hop, I am Sean. We will see you on the next one. So long.